What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Wes Björnsson here. Welcome to The Grip, where we talk about arm wrestling, powerlifting, and strongman. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's been a little while, and I'm kind of dipping my toes back into the YouTube waters. I know that I owe you guys an explanation on where I've been. It's not anything crazy. I don't have cancer. I'm not dying. There's no real crazy explanation, but there is a reason, and I'm thinking maybe my next video we'll talk about it. I don't want that to be my first video back, but I did want to address it because I kind of owe you guys an explanation. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about a problem that I've noticed in arm wrestling, and that problem is a little hard to explain, but it starts with: we are the only sport that I can think of that doesn't have a governing body, right? We have leagues, but the sport itself doesn't have a governing body. Fucking cheerleading has a governing body. But we, a bunch of grown fucking macho men, we can't come together and make a council to make decisions, to decide important facts about our sport, and that's frustrating. So I started thinking, like, okay, we don't have a governing body. That's definitely a problem. Maybe the problem is the idea of that is just too big in our country. So I thought, okay, at a country level, a national level, it's a tall order. Let's shrink it down to a state. So that got me thinking about states, like the competition states. For example, Kentucky states, Michigan states, California states. You understand what I'm saying? The issue is, and I don't think I'm saying anything revolutionary here, but I do think I'll be saying something that might offend some people. I'm not attacking anyone personally. I'm just giving examples of the problem I see. States are not real. States are not a true depiction of who that state has to offer that's talented. For example, if you so wanted, you could drive from Oregon to Kentucky and win the Kentucky State Championship. And now you are the Kentucky State Champion, even though you live in Florida, or Oregon, or Washington, or fucking anywhere else. That's a problem for me. I'm gonna tell you why. A state championship should be beholden to its pullers. And what I mean by that is you should be a resident of that state in order to qualify to pull at the state championships. To even compete at the Kentucky State Championships, you should have to be a citizen of Kentucky. It's not a revolutionary statement, but the reason it doesn't happen is money. As a promoter, you are cutting out a large potential section of your profits by limiting to that state's residents only. I get that, but it's holding back the sport, and I'm going to explain how. Because there is this watered-down version of states, there is now a watered-down version of nationals. And because of that, WAF is no longer taken seriously. Worlds is no longer taken seriously. Or IFA, whichever Worlds is going to land out, on top eventually. It's all watered down. It's all become watery. And anytime something like that happens, it is to the detriment of the sport. So we gotta bring it back down from Worlds, from internationals, from continental, from nationals to states. It all starts at the state level. So you gotta be a resident of the state. We got that. What happens then? Well, when that happens, now we have our Kentucky State Championships, let's say. I'm gonna use Kentucky because I live in Kentucky. We have our Kentucky State Championships. There is a clear-cut way to do rankings now that we have had a championship. We have a winner, a first, a second, all the way down to fucking however many people entered. But I think we should only probably keep the top 10. So what does that do? Well, when there's a clear ranking, say I'm number 7th in the state of Kentucky. It's not true. I don't know where I fall because there is no fucking ranking system for the state. Anyway, let's say I'm number 7. And that number 6 guy, I know I can beat him sometimes. He's not far off. It's gonna give me that motivation to push a little harder, to train a little more, to really fucking want it. It's just like belts in jiu-jitsu or karate. my fucking belt system that I proposed, actually. It's going to be the trinket, the brass ring to follow, to try to get that next ranking spot. And that is how we're going to see North American arm wrestlers that can really compete with the European dudes. Because they have a clear-cut path, and we don't. It's a problem. So we've got our top 10 guys in Kentucky. Ohio gets its top 10 guys. Now we can have border wars, and it is a real border wars. It's like the 10 best dudes in one state against the 10 best dudes in the other state. And that's fucking interesting, man. And that will create new dynamics in arm wrestling, new dynamics and opportunities for promoters, for tournaments. Not only that, we will start to have a governing structure. You get your 3 best pullers from states in every weight class, and you send those fuckers to nationals. And then you get the 3 best guys from every weight class in nationals, and you send those fuckers to continental. And whoever wins that goes to international and world and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying, right? But like I said earlier, it all starts with states. So here I am bitching about other promoters not taking states seriously or restricting their people. What am I doing to actively change it? Well, it's gonna step on some fucking toes. We have a guy and 2 people, and I love them both to death. They are the central promoters of Kentucky. I'm gonna get with those 3 people and talk about this problem. I'm going to put on, hopefully with their blessing, a true Kentucky States. And from that I will make a true ranking. And I want somebody from every state that doesn't already have this system. I encourage you to do it yourself, or find your big promoter and encourage them to do it, because this is how we build from the ground up. The issue is our infrastructure has fallen completely apart. We are down to the fucking bricks and mortar of the sport. Nationals is a joke. I mean, is there even a nationals anymore? Do you know? And if there is, who runs it? You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got to rebuild this situation. And I think starting at the state level is how we rebuild the situation. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Got to be a resident of Kentucky. You've got to, it's going to be on a unified scale. There will be no clothing allowance. There's going to be uniforms that you have to wear to compete. And if you don't wear them, hey, you don't get to compete. There's going to be cash prizes. I'm going to make a real fucking go at this. And it's going to be an annual thing. It's going to be Kentucky States. I encourage you or your local big promoter to do the same. And maybe we can fix this whole issue we're having. Sorry guys, I know that was a kind of a long rant about a single subject, but it's an important subject. And it's so often overlooked or joked about and just brushed away. We gotta fix the state of nationals. We gotta fix the state of states. We gotta fix worlds. People don't even take worlds that seriously anymore. When's the last time Devin Larratt or Dave Chafee or one of those guys went to worlds? You know what I mean? So we gotta fix it. We gotta put it back together. And nobody's gonna do it but us. It's our thing. It's our baby. We all love it. And if we don't do it, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, I'm ranting. I'm sorry for the big long pause, guys. Hopefully this will push me back into the swing of things. Next video, maybe I'll do a Q&A and I'll explain where I've been, explain my thoughts about some stuff that has to do with that absence. But anyway, I'm Wes Björnsson. This is The Grip. And I hope to catch you next time.